take his time and make him second line. All we know is one way, the dumb way. Don't play, get your mama coming out of
So this month, instead of doing it out there because it's June for Pride Month, we are doing a Queer Pride slow ride. So we're trying to harken back to the original, to the roots of Pride. Pride is a protest. Pride isn't a parade down the street that the mayor and the cops come to. Pride is a protest where queers make safe spaces for other queers. So we're out here, we've got this incredible turnout. This is a huge ride for us for this. And we're gonna ride throughout the city. We're gonna go through some of the streets that we've been trying to get changes made on. These are some dangerous streets to ride on. They're tough to ride a bicycle on if you're by yourself. But when you have a big group of people, it really is just a completely different experience. We've done stuff like critical mass or bike party, where you have big groups of people bicycling around together, and it means the street is safe for you from cars. We have a big group of queers here where we can have a safe space to be ourselves. So no cops. So originally, what Pride started back in the day because of a riot against the cops. Basically, the cops used to raid gay bars and other queer establishments all the time, and finally some queers had it and they fought back. And Pride has been a celebration of that and a continuing protest for a long time. But as things have changed over time, it's become more sanitized. Cops show up. The same people that we used to protest are trying to show up to this, what is now a parade, where they feel welcome. And the people in our group don't feel that way. Cops don't make us safe. The cops in San Francisco are responsible for some horrible violence against queers, and things haven't changed in that department. To this day, you know, if you're talking about anybody vulnerable in the city of San Francisco, the cops are they are the people enforcing all of this unequal system that people have to deal with. So we want to get them out of this ride, and show that we don't need them to be safe for ourselves. We can go have a good time by ourselves, and you know, we can have our protests because we want to make a lot of us want to get rid of cops completely. So one of the first steps is let's get them out of Pride. The role of the bicycle. So for us, really, like, bicycling is something that goes hand in hand with a lot of other social justice work. For one, we are big advocates for fighting against climate change, and the bicycle is one of the best tools for that. We need to get people out of their cars and into more sustainable modes of transit. There's also just something about the bicycle community. So many people who are at this ride, I see throughout the city, you know, other big group rides, other events that bicyclists throw, and even just like bicycling around the city. I bike past, like, I can't go on a bike trip without running into my friends. So it's really just like an incredible community, and this is our chance to come together, celebrate it, and, you know, have an awesome Pride ride. I mean, like, I think the queer community is, you know, bike friendly, it's bus friendly, it's pedestrian friendly. It may not feel like it's hard to talk about the immediate consequences, but so many of the problems that come from cars affect queers. It's hard to see this connection, but we dedicate so much space to cars in this city, but we don't have room for houses. So we have parking lots, and we can store everybody's car, but we have homeless people on the street, and so many of those homeless people are queer, because you're trying to escape from whatever situation is not accepting of you. And San Francisco should be a place where you can come and you can be safe. So to us, it's the cops are a problem with that, cars are a problem with that, and we want to fight against that. And it all comes back to, you know, the bicycle is a great tool to do that with, and it's also just a wonderful community.
Yeah, my personal liberty.
You know, in San Francisco, the city does a really good job of supporting people who ride their bikes. So the buses have racks on the fronts and the backs of them. The underground municipal transport, have places for people who are bringing their bikes on the subway, on the Muni, to stand while they have their bike, and then there are bike paths all over San Francisco. So San Francisco specifically is a very bike-aware city.
Street.
And I'd say much more so than most of the cities in California. So Around here, it's very easy for bike transport.
Despite having lots of hills.
Yeah.
Driving slow saves lives. Not driving saves even more lives. Thank you for driving slowly. We're here calling for safer streets. As you can see, there's a lot that could be improved here. That this is really an extension of the freeway, even though it's a neighborhood commercial corridor with parklets, people eating on it, people crossing the street, pedestrians all the time, people living right here. And we really this needs to be a residential and commercial street and not a highway that people shouldn't be possible to drive at 80 miles an hour on a street like this. So we're here demanding safer streets. We have cards where you can email your elected officials and the transit agency to demand changes to the street that we've been handing out to pedestrians as we ask drivers to slow down and be safer.